I dedicate this book to those in my old neighborhood and to all the urban youth who are given up on by society. My name is Chris James. I'm a spoken word poet, an author, playwright, and educator. It's important that we erase the stigma that has been forced onto our urban youth. Statistics say that only 20% of people in urban communities will succeed, and that lined up to kind of be right. You know, out of the three African American males in my home, I was the only one who got past and made it per se from the environment that we grew up in. My two brothers, you know, they were into a lot of drugs and gang life, and early on I realized that's not something I wanted. Even when I was doing it, I was always uncomfortable doing it. What inspired the book was pretty much I had beat those odds against me, and for a moment I found myself frowning down on my friends and all the people that I grew up with because they were still in the neighborhood doing the same things. So for a little while I kind of forgot where I came from, and it was just like why y'all still, you know, selling drugs? Why y'all still hitting licks? Why y'all ain't trying to go to college or do any of that? You know, so I found myself frowning upon them, but I realized that I was there not long ago. And so I came to the understanding that a lot of people who are still in those situations are mentally shackled. And a lot of people always say, you got the same opportunities, but it's not that. It's not true. I mean, yeah, the opportunities are there, but a lot of times when urban youth, when people in these environments, they are there that they can't get out. They just can't, because mind is not always stronger than matter. It's already expected for urban youth to somehow become a statistic, to die before the age of 25, to drop out of school, to become a teenage parent, to sell drugs, to do all these negative things. But the best thing I can possibly tell an urban youth is to make them aware of all the odds that they have against them, so they can know what they're fighting against. If the teachers and the educational system gets the understanding of the environments of the youth, they can then begin to understand the students and their mind states and why they think and behave the way that they do. Until the lion gets its own storyteller, the hunter will always have the best side of the story. And those lions that I'm speaking of are the youth. A lot of these urban youth don't have those voices. They don't have anyone speaking on their behalf. So often when they say stuff, it's just, it doesn't matter. But what everyone else says about our urban youth, that's what we as society take in and we believe. If you don't understand, or if you're not able to relate to a person that you're in a relationship with, it's going to be an automatic disconnect, because you're assuming things about these people, and it's already bad. And cultural incompetence plays as a factor in that. So I chose to write this book because I wanted to be that voice for those urban youth, so people can can hear their voices and hear their perspectives of their reality, because it's not heard enough. Also, just getting people to think different, getting young people to think different, to think outside the box, to get in tune with their intellectual selves and their creative selves. And I know from experience that art, and teaching young people to express themselves creatively really helps them out on all levels of life. As far as socialization, behavior, literacy, education, and just making them it makes them want to do more. Because because once they do get involved in creative expression and creative things, they begin to love themselves a little bit more, and they begin to love life and appreciate life a lot more.